throughout the organization. It's a virtual tour, and we've talked about it a little bit in the past with some of you kind of teasing that it was in the works. It's approximately 30 minutes. Normally we show the video to you during a board meeting, but I think 30 minutes might be a little bit much to ask during a board meeting. So the video features staff members talking about our history, our missions, our facilities, and we developed it primarily because we haven't been able to do in-person tours for so long, and it looks like it might be a little while before we can do that again. And we also thought it would be a great asset for schools. So, so we will be sharing this 30-minute video with you via an email later this week, and we'll be launching it socially and sharing it with the schools and whatnot over the next couple of weeks. So we just wanted to kind of tease it with you and watch your emails because it'll be coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dee Dee. The Aqua Conference was last week. I'm sure a few of you will be reporting on that. And just a reminder, we have 2 upcoming meetings before the end of the year. We have a governance workshop on December 15th, and December 21st will be our final board meeting of the year. And the annual budget update will be coming on the 21st. Are there any questions or other comments?
I have a question. You mentioned the people that do so many things behind the scenes. When are we going to get back to the lunch at Colgate? Because that is amazing when you get up there and they show you what they've done. You can't buy that for love nor money.
We have very active, since the last time we had a lunch, an in-person actual face-to-face event, we have started an employee engagement committee that Jackie Silman is the chair of, and that committee is planning an in-person event in the coming year.
Because I remember they were describing how they put their own governor in that, and it was fascinating. So, all right, we'll go to the directors here. Charlie, anything? That's Charlie. Anything? Okay. Don?
I guess in relation to the Goldfields Parkway, the Yuba County passed a resolution of support for that concept of trying to divert traffic around Marysville. And I believe tonight that the city of Marysville is doing the same. And there's 2 or 3 other agencies around town that are going to follow up with that. And it might be appropriate for Yuba Water to consider the same thing.
Okay. All right. Nothing said? Okay.
I'm just really excited. Don's excited about the park.
Yeah.
Maybe we should fund it or something.
Stranger things have happened today. Randy?
A couple of items. Yes, Aqua, a lot of good information. I think the majority of what happens is in the hallway. Really good side meetings, the opportunity to meet with new directors, different water managers. Well worth the time for those that can attend. So let me encourage anyone that doesn't, that should. And maybe next year with the CSAC changing, that'd be an opportunity. We had a meeting yesterday, Feather River Air Quality, and if John James happens to be available to talk with the director, I would encourage that he work with him and the schools. They're going to be adding some new air quality and weather system at the schools in the foothills. I think it'd be an ideal match for John to work with them and give them some heads up about weather and how they can fit into that in their future. Who knows? Lastly, you know, it's been, I can't tell you when in the last 7 years that I've ever seen the majority of the staff in one place at one time. If there is any possibility on the final meeting of this year that those that are available could join us in this room. Now, obviously there are critical that can't leave the power plant, and those that may not feel well enough to come or even concerned to be in a large crowd. But I suspect we could house quite a few. and have the opportunity to actually thank them for what they do. And they're critical to our county and our future. So if that could work out, I think it would be a real valuable tool for all of us to meet at least once this year. Consider that.
I think we should consider doing it every year. Okay, all right, Gary?
So I did not have an opportunity to go to Aqua this week or last week because CSAC was the same week. And I went to that. I understand next year, I'm very excited. They're going to be 2 different weeks. So won't have that issue. But I did have the opportunity. One of the sessions there is a supervisor roundtable where they asked 10 supervisors to come up with a topic that what's going on in their area and what they'd like to talk about. And you give a little 3-minute teaser about the topic, and then you sit at a table and other folks can come and talk with you about that. And I chose the Forest Resiliency Bond. And so I was able to chat with some folks about that. And so it was a great opportunity, and I certainly appreciate Adam, Robin, and Willie's help on getting ready for that. So anyway, that's it.
Great.
Through the chair, yeah, I had a great time at Aqua. Couple of things. I do think it's the side meetings. Willie and I were able to have dinner with Sean. Shoot, what's his name? Sean, State Water Resource Control Board member. And it was just a great time to have, a couple hours with a State Water Resource Control Board member. We had lots of meetings. It was good to see the agency back and having their meetings at Aqua and meeting with people. I wanted to let the board know I got nothing but rave comments every time Willie's name was mentioned. That they think I don't know, everybody there thinks he's one of the best general managers in the state of California, and they are so impressed with him as we are. But it was just, it's nice to go someplace and be recognized for hiring incredibly well. So that was good. And I also want to say that it's to be at Aqua and realize that the agency is in the leading front of most of the things they're doing in the sense of forest management, water transfers, FIRO. We really are leaders there, and it's fun to be there and be a part of that. So anyway, just wanted to report that out. Thanks.
Okay. All right. I'd like to thank the board for approving the water transfer agreement. I think that's going to put water agency at the top of the heap here. And I'd also like to welcome Kelly McNally as the BVID chairperson, general manager. I'm sorry. We'll get it right yet, but thank you very much for coming, and the doors are always open for water district managers to come down here. As you can see, you're it. We'd like to see more. Thank you very much. Been a great year here, and as chair, and look forward to getting behind the scenes again.
You're not done for a couple of meetings. So.
Well, I understand. We're trying. It ain't all it's cracked up to be, but thank you very much. And with that, I'll adjourn this meeting because, yeah, thanks. Adjourn.
Great.
Recording stopped.